Next Level. My name is Ben. We just want to do a quick intro video to show you around our shop and show you what we're about here. We're going to start doing a lot more video content and stuff like that. And yeah, this is just a quick video to show you around the shop and show you what we can do. We're still pretty amateur at doing video, but we definitely got a lot of advice we can share in regards to putting together a cool car, and hopefully we can all have some fun along the way. Alright, well, here's our little shop. We don't have a lot of space here, but we have the ability to do pretty much anything here besides dyno tuning. We got another shop we work with for that for now. It's something we plan to get into in the future. We just obviously we have no space for that here, so but yeah, anyway, we can do tires, pretty much all shape and size of tires. Over here is our fabrication area. We built turbo manifolds, exhaust systems, intercooler piping. We can weld aluminum, stainless, titanium, pretty much whatever you need welded on your car, we can take care of it. Here's one of the projects we've been working on for a while. It's all the fabrication on here is done by us, along with the wiring. We're just kind of on the home stretch with this thing right now, just trying to figure out one electrode gremlin that's holding us up. And then it's going back to the owner for a bit for body work and putting some other random stuff together. Some of the other stuff we're able to do is performance engine builds. We also sell performance and maintenance related parts. We do custom wiring, custom fabrication, obviously. Pretty much everything, like I said, besides dyno tuning at this point in time. So yeah, I guess next we'll go upstairs, show you our engine building area. All right, here's where we rebuild our engines and cylinder heads and all that stuff, and transmissions. It's a bit of a mess right now, but yeah, we got a lot going on up here. GTE cylinder head, put together for a customer. It's got some pretty big cams in it. It's ported, oversized valves. Customers put quite a bit of money into this motor. Just got to finish the bottom end up now and get it together and get it off to him. And then we got another, we got an RB26 head here actually. Same kind of deal on this one. It's all ported with oversized valves. Got a set of big cams for it. They're not in the head right now, but yeah, it's a fully built head. Yeah, RB26. Trying to just finish this one out. So we should have 800 or 900 horsepower. We'll be putting the engine in the car pretty soon here. We just got to finish assembling the engine, or sorry, the transmission. And once we get in the car, then we'll be doing all the turbo plumbing, turbo manifold, intercooler piping, downpipe, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that should be a pretty rowdy little neon. This is a K24 I put together. This is for, I might put this in my MR2, but I might also sell it, I'm not sure yet, but it's a nice looking motor. This is a pretty high compression K24, it's got 12.8 to 1 compression. My plan was to turbocharge this engine, even though it's got high compression. But yeah, it would be a E85 only engine, so it would be pretty torquey and have all kinds of power. This here, I don't want to pull the bag off it, but it's the transmission that we're just finishing up for the SRT4. So yeah, we rebuilt manual trannies here as well. We'll probably get into doing automatics soon here. That'll be Kyle's thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is one of the shop cars we've been working on here at Next Level. This is an RSX we picked up about a year ago. When we got it, it's been pretty rough shape body-wise, and then also it had a blown motor. It had a really bad rod knock, so yeah, I decided to rebuild it. I got a stock connecting rod, a replacement stock crank in it, and then I boarded over and put a set of Rock Auto pistons in it. And yeah, and it's also got a CX Racing turbocharger on it, and upgraded fuel system, return system, converted it from returnless. And then for engine management, it's running on Data K Pro. Other than that, it's stock bottom end. It's got a ported oil pump, stock head, just with upgraded springs and retainers. And yeah, custom intercooler piping, turbo inlet, full custom exhaust and downpipe, eBay turbo manifold.
So this is a cast iron eBay turbo manifold?
Yes. Yeah, last time it was on the dyno, it made about 360 at the wheels. But we kind of stopped it there because the other Chinese turbo we had on it was, we suspected the turbo was smoking, but it might have been a head gasket. So yeah, we changed the head gasket on it, and it doesn't seem to be smoking anymore, so we're gonna get this thing back on the dyno pretty soon here and get it to the track. Got a CX Racing GT35 82 on it. Turbo should be good for somewhere between 500 and 600 horsepower. It's got 800cc injectors. It's got an Aeromotive 340 pump, radium rail, and radium DMR fuel pressure regulator. It's got an eBay front mount intercooler on it as well. And yeah, all the piping is stainless steel. Other piping, turbo inlet, downpipe, exhaust system. Here for Next Level.
By the man himself.
Yep. Oh yeah, other things this thing's got done to it. It's got a set of Tane coilovers, and then for wheels it's got some Enkei RPF 1s. We had some wrap put on the spokes. It's a little hard to see with the lighting in here, but the wrap on the spokes kind of matches the wrap on the car. But yeah, that's about it. Pretty basic setup. So cheap shit.
Stock China bottom end. See how well it does? It's pretty damn quick the way it is right now. So say the plan with it before you sell it.
Yeah, so the plan before I sell this thing in the next month or so is to get it on the dyno again, turn the boost up to 18 or 20 pounds, and then we're going to take it to the track and see what kind of times it lays down. shop projects. This is a 2002 Honda CR-V with a manual transmission. This one we plan to make pretty fast. It's got a built bottom end, K24, the K20A2 head. It's got a set of Skunk 2 Ultra cams in it, and upgraded springs and retainers. Other than that, the top end is stock. Bottom end has a set of Skunk 2 rods and Wiseco pistons and a ported oil pump. Transmission, it's not built yet, but we do have all the components here to build it. So it's getting built with longer ratios and stronger gears, obviously. And then it's getting a Sidewinder turbo setup. The turbo will be a Borg-Warner S362 SXE. Yeah, I'll be fabricating all custom piping for this thing, custom intercooler piping, custom titanium downpipe. The 3.5-inch exhaust is already fabricated for it. Just gotta hook the downpipe and turbo up to it. Be fabricating a custom intercooler. We'll probably be getting going on that pretty soon here. And yeah, we'll be beefing up the rest of the drivetrain as we break it. But yeah, for now that is pretty much the plan with this thing. Just a bit of a sleeper CR-V.
You think those rear axles are gonna hold up?
Depends what I do to the rear diff.
Hey, I'm Kyle from NXT LVL Motors here. Just wanted to show you guys my F-150. This is the most daily driver out of all the cars. I'd like to say I got big plans for it, but for right now it's going to stay pretty stock. It all kind of started when I got a 2018 Mustang. I traded it for a 2020. The whole time I was kind of looking for one of these single cab short box, or I guess regular cab they call it. 5-liter V8, 10-speed automatic, 4x4, and that combination only. And I had a tough time finding one. I went to a couple dealerships over the past couple of years, but finally found one. It was a 2021, so it's the newest generation. A couple differences in the motor this year. Unfortunately, there's no tuning options right now because they encrypted the ECU. They made everything fully integrated. So right now it's just cold air intake, muffler delete, and that'll be it for this winter, mostly cosmetic upgrades. But I traded my 2020 Mustang in for it. Once I got the purple Mustang running, I really wasn't that interested in the 2020 anymore. It sat there for a while. Didn't do anything crazy to that car. I tuned it with HB tuners and trans brake and stuff on it, but I never do something. So got rid of that. Really happy with the truck so far. It's pretty damn quick the way it is. I run E85 in it right now. It's flex fuel. Ford says 10 to 15% power increase on E85. You can feel the difference, but it's no rocket ship yet. It's got potential. Got a buddy with a supercharged one with a VMP Odin on it, and the thing's pretty damn quick. But for now, daily driver. This cosmetic stuff over the winter, and in the future maybe I'll get a supercharger.
The exhaust just did the muffler delete, resonator delete, and put in a vibrant 3-inch resonator just to try and keep the drone out. So it's not very raspy. It's still got the cats in it, so mostly just a nice rumble, not too loud. And a 2-inch drop shackle in the rear from Ford, the Ford Performance one. They said it wasn't going to fit, so I figured I'd give her a go anyways, and they bolted right up just fine. Even with the 2-inch drop shackle in the rear, it's still got some brake. I plan to do the IHC lowering kit hopefully this winter. Do 3 in the front, 5 in the rear.
What Simon got his lowered with?
It might be the IHC, I don't recall, but I think it's a 3.5 as well. He's running Viking shocks, and the kit I'm looking at, I believe, is QA1.
My 95 Mustang, it's the last year of the 5-liter. 302, still a pushrod motor, it's not the 4.6. Alright, I traded my 2004 RX-8 with it. At the time, I was a Mustang hater through and through. I hated Ford, I hated Mustangs. I thought, oh, they handle bad, they hit crowds, you know, just stereotypical stuff, right? I picked this thing up, I was gonna fix it up. It had a couple minor things wrong with it. The timing was set at 0 degrees. The headers were glowing red hot. All the spark plug wires were melted. You could see the spark from the wires arc into the headers. Took it for a drive, everything else seemed all right. When I got the car, it had GT40 heads, a Crane 2040 cam, which is the same as an E303, I think, maybe a B303. But it had a Tremec TKO transmission, and then the rest of the GT stuff, like, you know, the 8.8 rear end. Other than that, nothing too crazy, just like SCT tune. And I drove it for a while, I fixed it up, I got it running good. I got addicted to the chop from the cam. I never expected to keep it as long as I did, but this is coming up on my 5th year with it. It's been turbocharged for 3 years now. Done lots of modifications since then. After a year of owning it, I did the On3 turbo kit, so it's a 70mm turbo that comes with the kit. Nothing else crazy, no add-ons to that kit. Did the roll cage. Ben here at Next Level did the cage for me. It was an 8-point cage. Slowly we just kept upgrading stuff. It's got all strange adjustable shocks, it's got a built rear end. The TKO holds up really nice, so haven't touched that yet. One day I'd like to go automatic, I think. But having the man pedal is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna stick with it for a bit until it blows up. We'll see. Maybe we're gonna faceplate the transmission, I don't know. I started tuning this thing on a Mega Squirt from 0 experience. First year went through a couple of head gaskets. Luckily nothing blew apart in the bottom end. 2 years ago rebuilt the motor, everything just freshened up, all OEM parts. It's all ARP hardware holding it together, so mains, studs, rod bolts, stuff like that. Then I believe it was Clevite bearings we went with. Other than that, stock pistons, rods, crank, stock bottom end 302, still the GT40P heads. Just been tuning on the street. We did a 7.5 in the 1/8 on wastegate pressure, which is like 9-ish PSI. I think it had some more in it, but the track was unprepped. The suspension is doing really good. We got it set up pretty well. I've been following another YouTuber's advice. We'll try and link him in the video. I can't remember exactly who it was, but followed his setup techniques for the rear end, and watching some slow-mo videos, we got it to hook pretty good. So lately, driving it on the street, seeing if anything's gonna blow up. We picked up another yellow Fox body, that's for Sawyer, that has a 302 with a trick flow top end kit. That's the Twisted Wedge 170, I believe, and then a stage 1 trick flow cam. So those parts are gonna be going on this 302 over the winter. I picked up a Gen 1 Coyote. I originally wanted to swap in, but I think we're gonna see how far we're gonna take the stock bottom end on this. I'm really hoping I can get it in the 10s. And if we have time this year, we'll take it to Castrol. We'll try and get it there. Having some issues tuning the boost control with it, with the Mac boost controller and the Mega Squirt. Seems to work all right on the True Boost, but for now we're just gonna tune it on a manual boost controller. Hopefully get it on the dyno soon and have a real tune, not just a street tune. But right now, as it sits, it's doing all right. Launch control, everything's set up. It hooks up really good on the street. Maybe go do some test hits tonight. Other than that, big plans for it in the future. I don't have any plans on getting rid of this car. I toyed with the idea of selling it at one point, but I think we're gonna stick with it. Try and get past the 10s, maybe into the 9s, but this is all uncharted territory for me. This is the fastest car I've ever owned, and it's also the fastest car I've ever driven, so I want to keep taking it forward. I want to see how fast we can really make the thing. So maybe sometime in the future, Coyote swap. There's a lot more potential in that, but I'd like to push this 302, and you know, when it blows up, it blows up. We'll do something with it after it blows up.